Let's look at episode number 16 of Death Note, and let's focus on Light. In this episode, Light asks to get confined, and he relinquishes ownership of the Death Note. But why? Why and how was Light able to think of a plan like this? Light realized that for him to be proven innocent, someone else had to be exposed as the culprit. Light recognized the core problem, and he knew one thing for sure: suspicion isn't enough to convict me, but suspicion alone is dangerous if I can't disprove it. He realized that being under surveillance or even imprisoned wouldn't be enough to clear his name, because L would think, even if Light can't kill right now, he could have been Kira before. So Light's first thought process was, I don't just need to avoid suspicion, I need to create undeniable proof that I can't be Kira. Giving the Death Note to someone else may prove that that person is Kira, but it doesn't disprove all of the evidence that pointed towards Light before that. So, Light's thought process was probably like this: if I'm ever caught, what scenario would make it impossible for me to be Kira? He figured out a strategy where the very means of killing would prove his innocence. Light understood that if someone was caught using the notebook and all of its supernatural rules were proved consistently true, L would have no choice but to accept that the rules written in the Death Note are legitimate. And if L accepted that all the rules were real, he'd have to believe the 13-day rule was real as well. Let's break down a scene from Death Note where L figures out where Light lives and how he had just recently started killing. Now, think about this for a second. How can L, or anyone for that matter, come up with a plan so precise to track down a person whose very existence hasn't even been proven yet? What is his thought process like? More importantly, where does his chain of thought possibly begin? So, it goes like this. First, L had to find out and prove that Kira actually exists. And how do you prove someone's existence when they have left no physical trace? You create a situation where their actions become the only logical explanation. L didn't start with any assumption. He started by eliminating impossibilities. L understood that if Kira truly had the power to kill remotely, he would need to react to new information in real time. So, L manipulated the variables, broadcasting a fake message in a limited region while restricting it elsewhere. This wasn't about the content of the message, it was about controlling the environment to isolate Kira's behavior. If deaths occurred only in the broadcast area, it ruled out coincidence or random targeting. It created a singular conclusion. Someone with godlike killing power was watching, and more importantly, responding. But L wasn't just trying to catch Kira. He was forcing Kira to reveal himself. It was about understanding the predictable patterns of human psychology. He knew that even the most careful criminal can't suppress their instincts forever. His strategy was to create situations that Kira couldn't ignore. Once L narrowed down Kira's location, he then started focusing on psychological profiling. Who fits the profile? Someone confident, highly intelligent, with a twisted sense of justice. You have to know that L's genius isn't about solving the puzzle instantly. It's about designing the puzzle in a way that the pieces reveal themselves. He doesn't chase answers. He creates scenarios that force the answers to come to him. Now let's look at the last episode of Death Note, Light's final plan against Nier. How did he come up with that plan of the fake notebook? Where did his reasoning steps begin? After L's death, Light recognized that his battle against Nier was fundamentally different. He realized that he can't win by hiding anymore. He has to win by making Nier believe he's already caught me. Light's thought process goes like this. What would I do if I were Nier? I'd assume Kira is manipulating someone to do the killings. I'd track that person, expose them, and link them back to the real Kira. Light knows Nier will try to catch his proxy, Mikami, and use that to accuse him. But Light flips this knowledge into an advantage. If Nier is going to catch Mikami anyway, I can use Mikami as bait to control the narrative. This is the core of Light's strategy, turning Nier's plan into a part of his own plan. So Light's logic is, let Nier think he's won. I'll give him exactly what he's looking for. A notebook that seems real, but isn't. Light knew that if he controls Mikami's actions and Nier's expectations, he controls all of the outcome. I can break down every scene from Death Note like this, because I've analyzed every crucial moment dozens of times. But it's impossible to cover all of that in a single video. That's why I've created a PDF, where I've not only detailed these analyses, but also developed an entire system based on Light and L's thought processes, a system I've personally tested in real life with over 90% accuracy. I've run it through multiple scenarios, and it consistently delivers results. I'll be sharing this system for free in my next upload.